morning, everybody, and I'm sure that you all had a very nice time with the Diwali and a post Diwali with the regenerated coming across. So, this topic keeps coming to us that what is the next topic? So, I'll be happy when you are giving a survey and feedback, you can let us know. But retirement is coming the highest for us. So how to retire and how to take care of the post retirement. So this is actually the, I always say this is the part two kind of it. One is that how to build a corpus for the retirement, and now it is that I have built the corpus, how to take care of the corpus. So this is the part two. So I'll just do a small brief about when you all have already made it the money. So how to make sure that we will be able to do the post retirement, that you have a peace of mind, you get a alternative income, you get no financial issues in a regularly till you live till 100 years. So that's one thing which question keeps coming across. So let me take it one by one, and today's my topic is going to be post retirement, how to get a regular income and create it. So this is the a very well known, I can say, the movie which everybody must have heard or seen or something called Bhagwan. And this is the yesterday only, coincidentally, whenever I do webinar, it's within 1 week, whatever happens from me, I keep doing. So it happened that in our one of the people whom I know, and that person says, I'm staying in a PG. So I said, okay. He said, I'm going to planning to have the 2 bedroom set. So I said, why? He says, no, I'm planning to get married. So I said, that's good. So I said, you found a person or still? He's telling, I'm finding. But nowadays there's a lot of conditions are coming in. And one of the conditions is a lot of people are not okay to stay with the parents. So I said, yes, I do also have a daughter of 21 years, and I can hear and see and feel a lot of time people have this. So somebody called me and asked me, what will happen if your son says the same? So daughter is telling they don't want to stay with in-laws, but maybe the son will say the same thing, then what will happen? So I told that the difference between, and I said it is nice, even if he wants to stay, I will not allow him to stay. I'll say that you stay separately, because I felt it, it is my own personal opinion, staying with my in-laws and my parents next to my house next lane, that our generation, I'm saying about us, we are in 40s, our parents didn't have that feeling that they will stay alone and they wanted us to take care. But our generation is very, very clear that we will be able to do ourselves, we should be independent, we should be having the financial flow and take care of ourselves. And if they're staying close by, it's a hail and healthy and bonus. But the reason I'm saying you this is because the aspirational, the way of lifestyle has changed. Most of our kids are maybe going different cities or different countries. They're going for higher studies and they may be settling down and working there. So even if we want it, we don't want to stop their wings to their dreams as a parent, or we don't want them to stick behind because we want our aspiration. So this is the one thing which I felt it. The good thing is this generation has come up very clearly that if they are staying with us, it's good, it's a bonus. But if it is not, financially, we should create our own corpus, which will take care of our monthly and the health and other things. And not to become one part of it if they are going abroad or in other cities to work across. So this is the one thing which I have known, and that's where the today's session is all about. That if you have got the money, how to create alternative incomes and make sure that we will be able to take care. So another things I have noticed it, when we are retiring, what are the things we should look at? What are the different options are available? So most of the people who are being in my regular, I can say, webinar, we have a morning, what you call walk group. So today, after 6 or 7 weeks, we met it because I had a ankle plaster, so I was not able to walk. So today we were walking, and as normal, that's my normal thought is, let me take some more people's view how they do it. So I was just asking them that if you have a 5 crore of money, what you will do? So this is they have a different opinion. Somebody says, okay, I'll buy the 5 crore house, and somebody says, I'll put it in FD and I'll put it in LIC, or somebody says, I'll just spend it buying on a luxury items. So I said, you know that this is only things which you're going to link to your retirement, and it may impact your retirement. So what I realized is that lot of time our thought process is being what we have bring and brought up and come across. So I'll give my opinion on all those 4 things, even though I will be giving as a, I can say as a wealth manager or as a Rachna, as a personal opinion, how we should do it across. Because house is the one thing one person has been coming consistently because they have their own house, no debt, nothing. Buying a second house is thinking of alternative income. There is nothing wrong. Olden times, people used to have the taking care of alternative income and taking care of it. But you must have seen nowadays the alternative incomes or retail rents are not crossing 2 to 3%. So that has become a fixed assets for you. So most of the time, people are telling me nowadays that Rachna, the trend has changed quite a lot, and I've seen this last 3 to 5 years. My kids are gone abroad, or they cannot come and sell the real estate, and it is not a so easy task in India to sell and then take the money. The liquidity is becoming like a king. And the another thing is when our GDP and other things cross across, when you do compare above 360 trillion, the things people start moving fixed asset to the liquid asset. So that's a one part of it. Talking about FD, not a bad idea for a people who are not aware of, because that's the way people don't want to take a risk. FD is good, not so much, at least whoever in taxable things, non-taxable people still okay. But you have to realize that FD, you can't keep it for the long. It's a taxable, and you cannot lock in more than 10 years. So what is happening in FDs, you are getting only 5 to 6% returns, and which is not crossing your inflation. So that is a second thing I always say is whenever we are trying to do any investment, it's a concept. I believe in a concept. That's the one thing I always feel happy about myself is my kids being 21 and 15, they still come and ask me the questions about science. They both have taken a science side kind of it, a subject about it, and they say how you remembered everything. And I said, I don't remember everything. Of course, your things are changing, but concept never change, because God grace, my teachers was good. I was also good to study. I always believe in a concept. So same concept works everywhere. It is across the globe or across the products. We have to realize it whenever we are investing. We have to realize that is it post tax or pre tax, whatever slabs you are in. So you have to be very clear you are in which slab and what amount I'm going to get the post tax. That's the first point of view. Second point of view, we have to make sure that it is inflation linked or not. If inflation as an average, I'm seeing around 6% going across, and post tax is lesser than 6%, indirectly I'm eroding my corpus. So you can't do it. So longest time you are post tax greater and equal to zero is the product we should look at. That's the way we have to take across. So this is the person who is telling that how you can take care after retirement, and this is no, you can afford this without a salary because your alternative incomes keeps coming. So it's not necessary your one things comes when your money works for you. That is the alternative incomes comes across. So when I was doing things why retirement is becoming so important, I'll tell you different stories. And because across the globe, lot of friends are there. As Sanjay says, I worked in Wipro and Infosys, being in IT, worked across for 15 years. So a lot of friends across will still settle down there or they have been working there. So they have been telling me, Rachna, you know that not only US, even Australia and UK and other people have increased their pension age. You know that it has gone to 60 to 65 and 70. And in India, people are only person who's talking about retirement at 45, 55 and all. So I said, yeah, that is true. So that is the another thought has come quite a lot. People wanted to retire at 45 to 55, depending on the corpus they have made it. And the another part is our lifestyle has gone so much that we on an average been staying till 80 to 85. Previously it was 60 to 65, even though it says 68, but middle class and above, the facility of medical is so good and improved over the time that we don't have a good, I can say, healthy habits or good health, but we have been living very long. So I was meeting one of the Manipal doctor, and I was just telling that nowadays suddenly so many diseases are coming and all this stuff. So he says, do you know that the disease was available before also? Only the medical system was not there, so they were not sure they have died for a cancer or a heart attack. They will just give some God's name or something, and they will say, okay, somebody died. So now the penetration of a good medical things has gone so high. So that's why we know the reason for death and other things like that. But yes, the things has on average, I keep saying when I'm making a plan also, because that is a link to a genetics, that you tell me your mother or parents sides, grandparents, how long they stay. Actually, that is linked. It's called longevity. And you will surprise to know that all of them must have stayed 80, 85 plus. So when we are talking about a corpus getting retired at 45 or 50, you think like a 50, even if I'm retiring, and I have to make sure that I take care of my pension till 85, it means that I have invested not more than 20 years, but I want this investment to repay me for 35 years. So that is the another option you have to start thinking. My webinars are always, I wanted to give it a thinking process that you start thinking and then say yourself what you can do it. Wherever you do, however you do, that doesn't matter, but you should start thinking and start working. It doesn't matter that, okay, I'm not able to achieve what I am, but over the period on the journey, you will be. So more than inflation, I want to focus on a lifestyle. This is my dad was an army. I'm an army person's daughter, so for us it is a very simple life. So still it continue. I don't know, 90% of the brands also people make fun of me, but I'm happy with what I am. But yes, lot of things has changed as for brand conscious, the other things like that. So what is happening, what can be, I remember that I still do, by the way, that I buy the dresses my parents and my kids or somebody will buy. I don't buy the dresses, so they will buy only on the birthdays or the festivals. But most of the people, they buy as per the number of how much discounts and other sales are going on. So sometimes we are being buying what we don't need it. Another thing is we became a very very high brand conscious. So I was explaining, normally being a working woman previously and even now, I don't have any I can say community of that kitty party or other things. So I was meeting with, because I've been focusing on a woman entrepreneur and a woman financial planning. So I was speaking to one of the women, and she says that my purse is 4 lakhs. And I was telling there's nothing wrong to have a 4 lakhs purse. But I said, do you really need the 4 lakhs purse? It's better to have a 4 lakh money inside the purse than having a 4 lakhs of purse. So she says, no, that's the way people know that I'm rich. So I said, that's fair going, but I should know that that was 4 lakhs of purse. I don't know only. So she says, no, that is the way we feel that you can show the people how good you are. That is a one new lifestyle, new style. Everything is different. I have seen the increase quite high. So you, whenever you are, I'm going to help you in the calculation. Whenever you are doing, try to understand what is your current lifestyle. Continue the same lifestyle because you can't change the lifestyle. How you can take care of inflation, and then we will should calculate the how much corpus we require it. Why retirement planning is very very important. Very important is, like I told just now, my dad's yesterday was a birthday, 82, and he was in army and he still get the pension. And I keep saying him, how much you didn't earn, even in your actual times you are getting more pension, your DA, this basic keeps increasing and all this stuff. But none of us are going to get a pension. None of us are going to have, and our lifestyle is much much bigger that our parents may be. So how you can manage a regular income? To make that regular income, it is always very very good to start early. So when I go for induction or the corporate trainings when they are in 20s, late 20s, and this is retirement is so far, why I should worry about it? But sometimes we don't realize it. When we start early, it works very well. So yesterday somebody asked me very clearly, and that's a typical answer I give it, because my thought is what I have done or what I have been telling to my customers, that's what I teach, because it's easy for me to tell what I have done it, so anybody can do it. So we, of course, I have started working around 22 plus. So I have been doing an SIP and other things, but Anil was very, very clear that he wanted to start his own by 35. And then he has started making a corpus, and he made the corpus by 30. And he was able to start Right Horizon. He's the founder and CEO of Right Horizons. And he was able to make the alternative income at 30. And we were, and I'm talking about 2003. That time there was not much of hype on startups or things like that. My parents, of course, for people who doesn't know, he is my husband also. So I knew him very well because we both are the classmates. So he was very clear that I should generate that much income, that even my business doesn't work should not impact the house. And you will surprised to know that in 2003, we didn't have any pension plans which will start at 30. They said the minimum pension plan start at 45. And we did that also from last 3-4 years. We have been getting that pension also. That's a different question. But he made that corpus to create it, that our lifestyle will not impact how to do it. So these are the topics. So earlier you start saving, you will be able to do that. So why we need our things? Because nowadays all the rates are very, very low. That time the FD rates around 12 and 14, and they were able to manage. Now the FD rates are around, I can say, approximately 5 to 6%, and all of them are taxable. That time it was, they were not in taxability also when they were parents and other were there. Our lifespan has gone much high. Medical facilities are very, very high. One of my neighbor has come back to me that they have just taken a 3 lakhs of health cover, and she diagnosis with the cancer, and she said my one injection, which is going to take 17 injections she has to take, each injection is costing around 60K Rachna. And so she said, I don't know how to manage the medical things, facilities, expenses. So we are trying our best how to get a discount, how to get it from doctors or a hospital or known people funding. So I'm saying sometimes it's very nice how much we can do it, but yes, it is becoming a very, very costly. And on an average, I always say to people, we should have a corporate cover and an individual cover also, minimum of 10 to 15 lakhs nowadays. Have a greater impact on overall levels. The war is going on. You don't know how US is getting impacted. Joint family versus the nuclear family. The families are becoming only between husband, wife, and kids, not all the extended family. The simple living has gone as a very high lifestyle expenses, which is one thing. It is impacting our medical also. But yes, the lifestyle has become very, very high. I'll give you a simple example. One of my customer has sold the company, so they wanted to save the tax. And to save the tax, the only way is to just go and get the good real estate, which is around 14 crores. So 14 crores house or villa we have taken, and he came back to me. Rachna, okay, I saved the money, there's no doubt about it, but I'm feeling very not easy there to stay. I said, what happened? Then he says, the problem is my each neighbor's car itself is approximately 9 to 10 crores. So I should change a car. I said, no, please. You start living and your lifestyle, you can't live a lifestyle of your neighbor wise. So that's another way of thinking, that where you live, he has actually taken that house to save the tax. But not necessary that your lifestyle has changed to have the 3 cars, which is around 10 crore odd. So this is the another pressure which people are being going in a lifestyle expenses quite high. So a lot of time that defined benefit is become a contribution to overall. So we should look at how the retirement planning we can do. I'll go forward. This is a how to create a corpus for retirement. So it's like I will take it in Excel, like you set your goals, assess your financial position now, which include your PF, PPF, NPS currently. What are the different sources if you have any real estate land or a plot or a rental income? How to evaluate the risk? Till you are working, you can take a higher risk. After that, you should reduce the risk. How you are taking care of your health care, very, very important. Taking care the just 1 or 2 years before the retirement, what are the assets? Make sure that regular income, which is taking care of inflation linked or not inflation linked, monitor regularly, maybe twice in a year or once in a year, making sure that you are getting that part of it. So I'll just take a one small video. Please let me know if you are able to hear.
We plan and save for all our goals. But what about retirement? 92.6% of working population in India is not covered under any formal pension system. Earning age is reduced due to increasing focus on higher education and desire to retire early. Life expectancy is increasing, and so as medical expenses. This makes the retirement planning the most crucial financial goal. Combination of SIP and SWP of mutual funds can help you to create your own retirement plan. Let's see how. If you start investing rupees 5,000 monthly at the age of 25 through an SIP in equity mutual fund, your retirement corpus would be rupees 1.54 crores. You can switch it to debt mutual fund and start an SWP. With expected return of 6% CAGR, your monthly withdrawal through SWP would be rupees 77,024. When you want to stop receiving it, you can also withdraw the entire corpus. Key to create your own pension-like monthly cash flow is to start early. If you delay your investment by even 1 year, your retirement corpus would be 1.36 crore and monthly withdrawal amount through SWP will reduce to rupees 68,486 monthly. To receive fixed monthly cash flow after retirement, start planning for your retirement with the help of SIP and SWP now. Mutual fund.
So I'll just stop it and share my Excel. So this is the Excel. I'm going to explain actually how to calculate and how to make sure that you are able to achieve when you have a lump sum money. So I'm going to do today also this one of the customer or a prospect, I can say. Of course, I know them very well. That person has actually lost her husband maybe 3-4 months back and got the corpus, and she is a housewife and she says that I wanted to work to get it across. So whenever we ask somebody doing a retirement, that's the first question I ask more than money, because of course most of the time we are able to manage with the money, but we always try to see, and I felt it, that what you are going to take care of your time. Time is very, very important to manage than money. Even though I'm going to focus on the money and how we are going to deploy and how we are going to manage, that is one part. But second part is always try to see how you can. So my daughter keeps saying what you will do. So I keep telling that if my health permits, I'll be able to continue this giving across, how to give an awareness, how to help women for the financial freedom, how to make people. Because I feel the awareness is less. Most of the people are aware. Where we failed is because we are not able to execute. And that's where my importance is. So this is all are the live examples. I have taken 3 different questions and all are live. We have implemented and we are doing it across. What are the questions, the queries, and how we do? You can do the similar way with yourself also. So somebody has come with a 51 age and life expectancy. I have taken 85. Average I take an 85 for us. This can be changed if your grandparents, and I have one customer who says, Rachna, everybody in our house have left, stayed more than 95. So this is the only one customer I have, the life expectancy till 99 also. So depending on that, because you're staying long, your corpus goes higher. Inflation I have taken at 6%. The person required per month 2 lakhs rupees. Okay. This can varies from people to people. On an average, I have seen a type of our customers and including me, we have taken a plan for 1 lakh odd, because I'm assuming by that time there is no debt, you are not having a kid's education, and you are having your own house, so there is no rental to be taken care of. So 1 lakh is a quite okay to manage the house with the, I can say, above middle class kind of it lifestyle. He wanted to take moderate risk. Moderate risk is where debt and equity is 50-50. So his point is, I want a 2 lakhs a month. Okay. But Rachna, I have only 4 crore rupees to invest. How much I can get, I'll be able to manage or not? That's a question came. So I'm going to give you the formula. The best part is there's nothing rocket science. So I'm going to explain the formulas also to you, how I derived. You can also derive and see and how we can manage. And this customer, we are managing with a 4 crore, 2 lakhs a payout on a every month basis. And how I'm managing 4 crore also I'll say, and how we should do it at 6 crore. So if somebody is 50 years or 51 years old, looking for a 2 lakhs monthly income, which is inflation linked here, I'm trying to give you the one word. People mostly do retirement without inflation. So even we are retired, but inflation continues. So we have to take care of inflation linked. So if I mean to say that if I'm giving a 1 lakh, 2 lakhs now, so next year onwards, I'll give 2 lakhs, 12,000. So like that, I have to keep increasing every year. At the moderate risk 50-50, and expected return is 8%. So we require a 6 crore rupees to start the portfolio. Okay. When I'm starting the portfolio at 6 crores, at today, I will be able to give you 2 lakhs per month inflation link. So how I have done the formula, I'm going to show you. Can you see the formula sheet, Sanjay? Can you see the formula sheet? Anybody?
Yes, ma'am, we can see that.
So if you see the rate, I have taken a 1.88% divided by 12. Okay. I will tell you how I have arrived 1.88, but it is called real rate of returns. Real rate of return in a normal terms, I can say I'm getting 8% returns. My inflation is 6%. So overall, you can think of it's a 2%. So 2% is the delta. So instead of 2%, I have taken 1.88 because there is a formula driven. Otherwise, you can 2% divided by 12. 12 is because number of months. And B8 minus B7. 85 is my actually time. I'm taking longevity. What is my current age? 51 into 12. That many months I have to give a monthly payout at 2%. So how much corpus I should have it when I am retiring? Okay. This is very, very important. Of course, for previous my webinar, I have derived that how you can create a corpus of 6 crore. But today onwards, I'm telling about if I got a 6 crore, how to deploy it. That's my today's webinar. Otherwise, I'll be asked Sanjay to give that link of the previous one. So you can have both and you can check it across how to make a 6 crore. So this is what if somebody has given a 6 crore, he will be able to take 2 lakhs per month inflation linked from tomorrow, means next month onwards till 85. But this customer had said, I have only 4 crore Rachna, but I wanted 2 lakhs. So what are the different aspect we can do it? So this is called a step up payout plan. Okay. What is a step up payout plan? I will take care in the cash flow and show you. So if you see here, it is taking care 24 lakhs odd. Here, every 5 years, I'm increasing the amount 2 lakhs to 2.5 lakhs. I am not increasing the inflation every year. It is called the step up. So every 5 years, I am doing like a till here is 2 lakhs, 2 lakhs, 2 lakhs. This is 2.5 lakhs onwards. Then next 5 year is 3 lakhs onwards. Then I'm making 3.5 lakhs, 4 lakhs, 4.5 lakhs, and 5 lakhs. So that is the way I am doing call a step up level. Okay. When I am doing a step up level, I am taking an NPV. NPV is just net present value of all my future values. And if you see that a step up plan is coming 3.96 crore. So I was able to manage his 2 lakhs a month, giving across till 85, but with a step up approach, not a yearly inflation linked. Okay, so that's the first and foremost part of it. We have to make sure that what corpus you are getting and how much we will be able to take care of it. So this customer is very clear that he wants only debt and equity. So first level is always we have to decide it. What is a debt and equity ratio we should start depending on the age and depending on the payout when you're starting, the debt and equity ratios keeps changing. That's the first part of it. Then we will be, of course, because this is a debt and equity ratio, so we are able to show here what are your debt side and equity side, what are products. I will tell the product details also in PPT. This is the, any person can see the graphs because this is the cash flow. When you're starting after 5 years, 10 years, 20, 30, 35 years, how much payouts you are being taking, and after payouts, how much money is being left over. So this keep giving you, so we keep changing what if analysis in this, and we will see how to do it. We will just look at debt and equity ratios, very, very important, that debt should keep increasing over the period. Your portfolio thinks how it is going, debt and equity side. After giving the payout regularly monthly, how my portfolio is intact, at least principal plus. These are the parameters we have to take care, and these are the cash flows we try to make sure in a detailed manner. So this is the one part of it which we try to do if somebody is taking care on an overall level. Then the next one is we always try to say somebody, you have to see how your portfolio is increasing. If you have a, let us say 4 crore or whatever, what is the debt and equity ratio you want? How this is growing to grow over the period.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but Excel is not visible. Some rectangular black shape is appearing there.
Can you see now?
Yes, ma'am. Now.
Okay. So previously were you was able to see, or now only you will need to see?
Previously we were able to see that.
Okay. So previously Excel I have shown on a person who wanted to have a 50% immediately taking a payout, do what if analysis on how the debt and equity, your with redemption portfolio, how it is taking care. So this is the second real example I am taking across. Siddharth, I will take it little later, your queries. We have a low, medium, and high risk. So what we try to do it here, we try to make sure low, medium, and high and put it across the how we are going into the debt and equity part. Okay, the medium risk will divide into both part. We will try to see how the expected return and weighted average return. This is another very, very important part I am trying to tell you. This anybody, it can be anyone across the globe. You have to realize what is my debt kind of return I can expect and what is my return. Like yesterday, somebody called me, very interesting. Not only yesterday, of course, yesterday somebody called, but I get these kind of calls very often because my number is in my website. So somebody called me, and our PMS has been doing amazingly good for last 3 years. We are in a top 2, top 1, top 5 across the India. So it's been giving around 28, even since it's gone from 98, 54, average is 28. So somebody called me and they said, can I take your PMS? I said, yeah, why not? So they says, and I'm not a very high risk person. So I told, on an average, you should take a consideration around 12 to 15% returns on the high balance fund or multi asset fund. And they said, no, your funds are giving around so good fund. So I'm expecting the same. So I said, what it has been, even it's my own fund or Right Horizons fund, we have to realize that it is always in a phasing. So it lasts 3 years. If I'm giving 30 to 50% returns, XIRR means year on year, it's not necessary the next 3 years also will give. So on an average, when I do the research on 10 years, 20 years, 30 years of, you can say Nifty or Sensex or whatever, you will be average around 12 to 14% returns. So always try to take a benchmark returns for the longer term. So equity, you should expect around 14 to 15, not more than that. So when you are looking at debt and equity ratio, so I'm just trying to say debt, we can say easiest way for you to see the debt is like let us say FD rates. So let us say if it is 6% FD rate, equity I'm giving 12%. So my weighted average, you can decide yourself how much it should be. So you don't have to say that somebody has cheated me or somebody has told. So if you see the sum assured for this, if it is a weighted average, even if I do, it will be 9.2. So it is very easy for you to decide what is a debt and equity ratio you want. You may go in a long term, maybe 14 days, it will become 10.3. So you will be balanced fund, where I always say it's 50% is always a balanced fund. You will be around 9.5 odd perspective. So this is the second person who says, I am okay to take a balanced fund also. So first we will decide always how you want to start as per age, as I told, and as per payout. This person payout said that he will start after 5 years. He has given me lump sum money. He said, Rachna, I have quit my corporate life, but I'm still doing a consulting, and consulting income is taking care of my day-to-day work. So I don't want it to do a payout from this. So this kitty, you put it in a high risk, create a good corpus after 5 years, and then you move it across over the period and then give the payout. So that is another thing which you have to start thinking when you are creating a lump sum money, when you want it to differ. There's a one word called deferred income. That is a very important part of it. How you take care of a deferred income with a percentage of debt and equity. And it's very easy on an option. Whenever you're looking that kind of returns, you must look around the debt as a similar as an FD and equity at 12 to 14 and weighted average yourself. So it will be easier for you to say that. So when we give it here, after giving a debt and equity, we will go into the more debt related, and I can say then we will say what is equity and debt. Then in equity and debt, we will say the cap wise, sector wise, then low duration wise, how much you are giving per annum, what is an expected returns, what is the weighted returns, what is the overall STP you are going to do, and then we'll make a deployment plan of saying phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, phase 5, because none of us are always got to say and time the market. Okay, so that's another thing. Somebody says, Rachna, I don't want a term cover, or I'm sure the market will do this. So I said, maybe you are a god, I am not a god. So I don't know how market will move. People may predict, people may have a technicals, but nobody can say that tomorrow is going to be this market. So it's a better to take care of an averaging, take care of a deployment, take care of a debt and equity ratios, take asset allocation and diversification. What is in our hand, we can do it. So many people surprise and say that I don't follow the market, because I said I follow my dreams, and that's the way it works. So if I have kept this money for my some retirement or kids education or something, I continue. She asked me yesterday, how long you have been doing an SIP? And I said, I've been doing an SIP for 26 years. I've never stopped SIP. I must have top up, but I've never stopped. So that is the way I am been trying to say for everybody how we should look. This is a second cash flow based retirement plan, how anybody can go yourself and try to see deferred plan, or immediate plan, I have already given you the option. So I'll give you the, go back to the presentation mode. Can you see the presentation?
As of yes, ma'am.
Can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is what I have just finished the calculation of retirement plan. If you noticed, I have given you two retirement plan. One is an immediate basis and one is the deferred plans with a cash flow where you can do a debt and equity ratio. You are able to tweak the risk level. You are giving up equity, I am saying inflation linked or deferred, or it's called step up level of the part of it. Okay, so how you are taking care of an asset allocation, very, very important. We should make sure look at a long term. Okay, sometimes we have one of the fund in PMS where we keep it only for retirement. Somebody comes, so Rachna, I have a PF, PPF, they have exited. Nowadays, I'm sure all of you must be aware, after sometimes the PF, PPF is also taxable. So they just give it and they will start getting a payouts. So they say that I know you will take, this is called a bucketing system we normally do. I'm sure everybody may be aware that 30% in a debt, 30% in a balance or a hybrid funds, and 30% on equity. And or we will make sure your 3 years of regular monthly payouts are always in a debt. Then balance fund amount goes to the debt and equity goes. So like this circle keeps going on and giving you the inflation beating returns over the period. People who want debt funds now, I will recommend you all to go in a good debt bonds and others. Bonds are giving a good, this is the good time because interest rates are good. It may not last. We are expecting after one up, it should start going down. So lock in the best FDs if you are looking, even though I don't recommend FDs if you are taxable, but bonds are the good. Otherwise, mutual fund, which is investing in a bonds, is also good because they are tax efficient also. Okay. This I am just skipping because it's the last times. What are the different investment options you have? This is called a fixed side and non-fixed, or people say market versus non-market. Fixed is where in the starting you will know what are the returns are applicable. Okay. And non-fixed is when you sell only you will know when is the returns coming. So fixed returns on an average, I can say you, it will be around 6%, 6.5%. PF is the only one, it has been doing good. The reason I can tell you is because it's subsidized, and you just close your eyes, think last 3 years, why PF so many rules and regulation has come, because their government is not able to take care of that subsidy. So PF as on today, 10% is already going into the market internally. And they are recommending 20% also. It's like a 401 in US where you can have the market linked also. And PPF is 1.5%. And rest is anyway taxable, so it's not giving importance. But other equities are linked. Anything which is liquidity link, I can say it's a mutual fund, direct equity, PMS, anything. Look for a long term, because that's the way it goes. So I was explaining somebody, because we are from the IT good, I can say the best phase of IT is 94 to 2008. Because we all got an ESOPs, and why we all got ESOPs and got a good money, because we stayed there for 8 to 10 years, and that stayed for long, and that's why the things comes. So most of the time, people have got the good money when they stay long with the same equity. Otherwise, it doesn't give a good returns. Then real estate and ULIP. Real estate on an overall level, not only real estate, I'm just trying to say any fixed asset which cannot be liquidated should never cross 40% of your overall portfolio. One of the customer, it is crossed 90, and I can tell you the net worth is more than 100 to 200 crores, was having a issue on a contingency even 10 to 20 lakhs. So please don't make like I have PPF, I have insurance, LIC, and real estate. That's all, Rachna. And all of them are stuck. So most of the time, please make sure your contingency is very, very, very important. What are the fund if somebody give it to me today? where I can do. These are the place where are low risk funds. Whenever we are the simple, again, fundamental concept is 100 minus your age is equity. So please try to do it. Take care. Of course, if you have a more than what is required, then you can take a risk. You can do charity. You can do anything, whatever you like. But first, take care of your retirement. Like another customer came to me and said that, Rachna, I have invested in 7 startups. Okay. So it will work very well. And I said, it's a very nice, you have started with 7 startups, but I hope all 7 works, but we don't know which, if it doesn't work. So you make sure the corpus, what is required for your monthly income at home, you give that to me, and then you play around with the 7 startups. So that is the way you should look at that. My work should not impact my family, because most of us are social animal and we want our family and everybody to have a good lifestyle and stay continually that level, correct? So that is why. So another point, what we, if somebody comes and asks us, which is a low risk options, bonds, there are different types of bonds, please do that. So another thing, a lot of time people are saying I'm getting a cooperative bank FD or some other FDs, which of course there is a lot of queries going on between SEBI also on the rating system. We are not so strong in rating system, I can tell you. The rating system, which is today AAA, has gone down to the junk bond also. But let us give a respect, whatever we have it as of today. Let us not have a minus AA minus level for the any bonds kind of it. If you are an FD, it is okay to have a 1% low, but at least have the banks which has been enabled. So most of the time people are not even aware that you have an FD and the bank has been NPA kind of it, and that person is not been RBI insured, you will not even get any rupees. And if it is RBI insured, you will get, even you have 50 crore or 5 lakhs, you will get only 5 lakhs rupees from the FDs. That is also a risk, but so many cooperative banks in the past has been stopped. So please try to understand when you are doing an FD, which bank you should do it. It's okay to have a little lesser, but be safe. So bonds are very good. It has been happening. It's very high rated. You are getting a AA plus, quite a good rates. Depending on your tax liability, you can get 7.5 to 8%. Good thing is they are long-term, 10, 15 years. Another question comes on to me, they are lock-in? No, most of them are tradable. Okay. So it is liquidity. Only thing is, we have to understand, bond yield is, or whatever you can say, the interest you are going to get is fixed till, if you keep it till maturity. But in case if you are selling in the market, it will be volatile because it depends on the market price that day. Otherwise, it is a fixed returns you will get. Mutual fund, we are being good. Capital protection funds are coming. NLDs are very good nowadays, which is giving a good NLDs, like they said, capital protection. Yesterday, only some of the Edelweiss, I saw one of them, which is coming above 5%, you are getting 10% or 12%. There are a lot of mutual fund, different capital protection funds comes. FMPs, Bharat Bond was there, debt mutual funds. Debt mutual funds was not doing good for last 3 years. If you notice, it was 3.5%, 4%. Now all debt mutual fund have started doing good. It is good if you wanted to have a debt funds under the mutual fund because they are tax efficient. Staying more than 3 years, you take indexation above 20%, your tax will be around 7 to 8%. Very, very good to look at the long-term debt part of it. Retirals, very happy. Senior citizens are always first person who would comes to me, non having a tax, go to the MIS of things because they are taxable. So in case they are not taxable limit on the tax, so I say that you can take an MIS and take a senior citizen living, which is giving around 7.5% for the people who are above 60. Otherwise, PF, PPF is always good to continue. NPS is good to give a tax benefit also. Last 2-3 years, I can tell you this, guaranteed pension plans are been doing amazingly good. And of course, I normally buy ourselves and then only tell somebody else. Now, because of the interest rates, they have also gone to 6.5 to 6.8% tax-free returns. So I feel there is nobody can beat them. 6.5 to 6.8 tax-free for 35 years lock-in. There is no product which is locking you interest for 35 years. So that has been doing amazingly good. I wanted to show you only one thing before I end up my thing, because yesterday one customer came and told me what you should look it across when you're taking these kind of plans. Minute. So this person came to me and saying that, Rachna, I have an LIC, one single premium is giving me 7.5% returns, and you are talking about 6.5. So of course, a lot of people don't agree with me. Even insurance also, I looked the XIRR. Can you see my Excel?
Yes, ma'am, we can see.
Okay. So I'm talking about a lot of time people when they have it, I always says 1/3 should come from the fixed, irrespective of war or a market. At least you are getting the fixed pension till life, which is going to give you your basic food and items very clearly. So this person says, I wanted to have 75,000 per month. So he has given a LIC also. So I am not having LIC, but I wanted to show you what you should look at. And I'm not saying they're right or wrong, but how people perceive. So they said that I'm going to get a 9 lakhs rupees on my premium of 1.14 crore. So my return is 7.87%. And this is the very common single premium lifelong pension plans will tell you, okay? It may go to 8 or 15 because they are talking about absolute number. When you're talking an absolute number, they are not taking care of the deferred zeros. Okay, so deferred zero is you are paying now, but next 4 or 5 years you have not got any money. You're going to get a money only on the 6th year onwards. So when I do the XIRR, if you see here, it is coming at 6.11. So it means that I have taken an XIRR from the time I have paid the money. That's why it's a minus. I have not got any money in between. The dates, years are here. And then I started getting the money 6th year onwards. So this is the one caution I wanted to give you. Anytime when you're talking about single premium, guaranteed payout, tax-free or taxable, that is another question you should ask. And whenever you are doing this, don't go on absolute. This is an absolute number. Then, and you will surprise to know 10 years defer, it comes 12%. And somebody told me they are giving me 12 and you are not. So I'm one of those people. I said, please give me the illustration. Don't talk to me. I will do the XIRR myself. And you will surprise to know it is not even 5.6. So I'm not saying product is wrong or something. It's good for you. The best part is you have a Google itself. You can do anything. Try to think about what is actually you're going to get it. Okay. The actual is what I have paid and I'm going to get. And it's a pre-tax, post-tax. Very important. These questions, please ask, get it across and do it across. Another point is, some people have that option, some don't have it. In case after 30, 40 years or 10 years, I wanted to withdraw the money. Is it that option is available or not? Or it will be only on death, it will go to the nominee. These are the two questions, because I was doing comparison. One company have that option, one company didn't have an option. So this is the another things what I was talking in a PPT where it says, single premium lifelong pension with the deferred plans. Please ask these questions when you are going to have it. And otherwise, people have the lot more, I can say that I'm just giving a sample example of, I've just removed the name, that there's a single premium deferred income of 5 years. How much if I want 75? There is a 5 years plan. How much 30 years payout, 25 years payout. So if you see XIRR is 6.32 across with a different companies. Then if you see for 10 years payout, 25 years things, all of them at 6.7 odd always. So these are the different options. ask these questions before you take it. With this, I surrender myself for the today's presentation, and I'll be happy to take the any questions. I'll just take the summary session 1 minute. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. I will be reading out the questions. So
Yeah,
the
please.
first question we have, like, how much do I have to invest monthly for 20 years to get a regular income of 1 lakh? And where can I make this investment?
1 minute. I'll do on spot. Okay. So I'll do starting in the new sheet. What is the question? Can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am, we can see that.
Okay,
The
so
question is, how much do I have to invest monthly for 20 years to get a regular income of rupees
20
1 lakh?
years.
And
Okay.
where can I make this investment?
So what is your age now? What's your age?
Ma'am, age is not mentioned there in question.
So, okay, let me take an age of 40 years now, current age. Okay. So he wants to invest on 20 years. So when he is 60, he wanted to take the money at 1 lakh. Okay. So I am just doing first value is I'm doing a future value of 6% inflation for 20 years. And I'm saying minus 1 lakh. Okay. This means that today's 1 lakh is going to be 3.2 lakhs when you are at 60 or after 20 years, whenever your age is. I've just taken approximately 40. So your PV is, I'm just trying to say 1.88% divided by 12 when par is 85 minus 60 into 12. And your per monthly you require 3.2 lakhs. I'm assuming 1 lakh as on today. So I have taken a 3.2 lakhs at the age of 20 years later. So you required 7 crore. I am doing now PMT. It's a how much money you should save. I will take at 14% full equity perspective divided by 20 years, or I can do monthly also. PMT 12% and par is 20 minus future value. Around 10 lakhs in a year, and per month you can say it should be around 88,000. So what's your name, Sanjay? What he said? What's the person's name?
Ma'am, the name was not appearing. It was
Okay.
something.
So I'll just give for benefit for everybody. He wanted to invest for 20 years. So I have just taken thing as 1 lakh. He wanted money to be withdrawn. So 1 lakh of today value will inflation linked will become 3.2 lakhs rupees when he's 20 years later. Then when he's retired, how much corpus he should have it? So I have taken 3.2 lakhs per month till his 85 years inflation linked. Okay. And then I have done PMT is how much investment he will do if he is fetching around 12% returns for 12 years XIRR. He should do it around 10 lakhs and monthly is 88 rupees, 88,000. Yeah. So next question, please.
Thank you, ma'am. The next question is, corpus is 50 lakhs. And is it possible to get monthly income of rupees 50K per month from the inception of investment?
1 minute, 5 crore. 50 lakhs. On an average, it is good to take 6 to 6.5% returns when you're keeping. So you will be getting approximately around 27 to 28,000 or maximum 30,000 next day onwards. So you can have the other way also if you take an immediately pension plan, which is a taxable, which is also around 6.5. Yeah. Yes, next question.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. I think we have covered the questions which are asked by the participants.
I can see in the chat somebody has been writing. Can you just take the chat one by one?
I already read out the questions. When we were sharing the Excel, Mr. Anirudh asked 14 to 15% return is post-tax, assuming 30% bracket. So if he's there, we can ask him to allow. We can allow
No,
him
so
to-
most of the time I am telling about post expenses, not post tax. Anirudh.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. I think we have done with the questions.
Okay. Thanks a lot and have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful time. Spend time with your family and friends. That's the best thing we can do it. Yes, Dinesh, I think so. The video will be shared with you. And Excel calculator is there already. But of course, cash flows are the real cash flows. So we will be not sending the cash flows part of it. We'll be happy if you wanted to help us.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. On behalf of Right Horizons, we will share the recording and
Somebody is,
PPT.
Lokakand is trying to talk. Please allow him to talk.
Sure, ma'am.
Yes, put the raise hand. Yes, please tell me, Lokanand.
I think he left the meeting.
Okay, yeah.
Mr.
Anup.
Anup wants to talk. Can I allow
Yes,
him to talk?
please allow him. Yeah, Anup.
हेलो
Yes, Anup, tell me. Hi.
मैम, ये पूछना था, मेरे पास म्यूचुअल फंड है,
Okay.
तो उसको रिडीम करना बेटर रहेगा कि मैं उसको कैरी फॉरवर्ड करूं कि आगे के लिए?
नहीं, म्यूचुअल फंड इक्विटी है तो आप कंटिन्यू कर लीजिए.
अच्छा, तो मैडम जैसे हम जो दिखाता है रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट की एक साल में 35%, फिर 25, जैसे ईयर्स बढ़ते हैं तो उसका रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट कम हो जाता है, तो वो क्या डिनोट करता है मैडम? जैसे
वो XIRR है तो वो टाइम के हिसाब से वो रिड्यूस होता रहता है. वो जो हम आपके में दिखा रहे हैं वो XIRR है, मतलब ईयर ऑन ईयर कितना रिटर्न्स है. तो अभी सपोज करो यदि लास्ट 3 साल है तो वो 35-40 भी दिखा सकता है. बट लाइक जैसे मेरा है पोर्टफोलियो 26 साल का है, तो वो 26 साल का इंसेप्शन से डेट दिखा रहा है. इसलिए जैसे जैसे टाइम बढ़ता रहता है वो XIRR कम होता रहता है.
ओके मैम, क्योंकि मेरा ये था कि 5 ईयर से मैंने पोर्टफोलियो मेंटेन किया है, तो मेरे को है कि एक लमसम 10 लाख हो गया है मेरा, तो 10 लाख को मैं निकाल के मैं SWP करवाना चाहूँ तो वो बेटर रहेगा या कंटिन्यू म्यूचुअल फंड रखूं मैं? वो मेरे को थोड़ा
आपके पे डिपेंड है. यदि आपको मंथली पैसा चाहिए तो आप उसको SWP में कर सकते हैं. जब तक नहीं चाहिए होता तब तक आप इक्विटी में ही उसको रखिए. The good thing is our expectation is India will have a multi-bull run. It will do very, very good. But next, I can say 6 to 8 months is a very volatile.
ओके. और मैडम आप लोग फाइनेंशियल सर्विस प्रोवाइड करवाते हो, जैसे शेयर मार्केट्स की नॉलेज या फाइनेंशियल, मतलब?
So we are the wealth management firm and we do our own PMS also. We have a license, but we don't do the trades or giving the tips to anybody.
Regarding the shares, only wealth management, mutual funds or all that thing?
No, all products we have it. The products is like a mutual fund, insurance, bond, international funds, PE fund, AIF, PMS. You can name it, we will have it. NLD, FLD, so everything we have. But we don't do the trading. Neither we give the training on trade or we don't give the tips kind of it. We do have a research team which PMS can take care. PMS is similarly, but they take a long call on a value driven more than a technical side. So we don't do daily trades. We don't have any customers also on daily trades.
Okay. Thank you.
Can you just ask Jayant and to speak now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Mr.
Yeah, Jayant. Dinesh, I will come back to you, please. Yeah, Jayant, can I have a query, please? You can unmute and answer, please. Question asked. Can you hear me, Jayant?
Okay, we will come back to you, sir. Let me allow Mr. Rajneesh to.
Yeah, Rajneesh and Lakshmi Prabhu. Yeah, Lakshmi Prabhu.
Yeah, how much you are charging your service charge? On what basis and different products?
We are more of a services like a financial planning, wealth management, taking care of, I can say, even pure advisory also. So depending on a people to people, we have been charging. So as per SEBI, we are a advisor, SEBI advisor, registered advisor, RAI license. We do have the distribution. So they says that the customer has to decide, do you want a distribution or you wanted a advisory fees. So when you do the advisory fees, you all are linked to the non-brokerage kind of product, mainly direct funds, and you give a fees to us, which is a 1%. And if you prefer to have a distribution, so we don't charge it. The distribution or AMC gives us a, I can say, the brokerage, which is approximately 0.7 to 0.8%.
Okay. And what about the PMS?
PMS have the two different what you call fees, which is a fixed fees and what you call
Profit sharing.
performance linked bay fees. Fixed fees is 2.5, and as the corpus goes high, it goes till 2 also, and which is a daily averaging fees, which is calculated, deducted on quarterly basis. And for a performance based fees, again there are two types. One is hybrid and one is pure performance. Hybrid is we are doing the 1.25 as a fixed, and above it's called hurdle rate. There's a word called hurdle. Hurdle is 10% for us. If the returns are above 10%, we take 15% profit. Till 10%, there is no fees has been taken care of.
And you are located in which place?
We are head office is in Bangalore, but we have a Chennai, Pune, Chennai, Mumbai, and Gurgaon also.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Let me try to allow Mr.
I think so. Jayant is asking. Can you ask Jayant also, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Madam, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I just wanted to know about that. I have given the raise of the 50 lakh corpus to expected return of 50,000 per month, which you have calculated approximately 3,25,000 per month at the rate of 6%, or max to max you wanted
Correct.
to 6.5%. But like I am a retired person, I have a 230 lakhs options I have straight in my hand, in my back, that SSC and LIC Bharat Yojana, where you will get 7.4%. I'm not talking about tax, pre-tax or post-tax. I'm not discussing. These are all subject to tax.
Correct.
And then you have a dividend yielding HDFC mutual fund, which is also giving approximately 10%. And then you have a bonds also, the government bonds I'm talking about, which gives approximately 8% plus.
That's what I just told very correctly. You have told Jayant. I told the same thing. The most of the places, the safest place is you should take around 7. And nowadays the bonds and everything are ready to give a 7.5 to 8%. Okay. But all these things are lock-in for only 10 years. When I'm talking about 30 to 35 years. Okay. So even if it's talk about FDs or anything, is not giving you lock-in more than 10 years. So what is the best way is like a senior citizen, because I'm talking about, I'm assuming you are not even talking about taxation perspective. So for a people like a LIC have a senior citizen, FDs are the senior citizen, which is giving 7.5 and 8. It's a good to go. Even immediate pension is of course is for a senior citizen 7.5. Otherwise you will they don't take more than 15 lakhs, but overall immediate pension is around 6 to 6.5. So you can try to lock in only for 10 years. You try to lock few of them for a longer term. You will get a good return around 7.5%.
Ma'am, one more question. That's the last one. And in case of bond, what are the rating we should check?
I normally take above AA plus.
AA plus is sufficient. And if it is the government, like AP government, beverage fund and all, which is coming into, these are the secured one. Any government.
Some of the government bonds are 99% secured, because the good thing is as of today, RBI has been, which banks are NPA or the bonds are not okay. They normally ask SBI to take care. So as of today is okay. But there is a new rule is going to come that if the banks defaults, RBI will not take care. Okay, that is not yet apply yet. So that is maybe the sometimes in the future, but as of today, it is safe to go for any government bonds.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Welcome. Yeah, Kunal and Siddharth Jain.
Thank you. Can we have 2-3 participants? They wanted to ask. Can we allow?
Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah, Kunal? Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon. This is Kunal.
Yes.
Madam, I have been with Right Horizon since 2011,
Okay, that's
and
nice. Thank you.
when I started with you, I was 52, almost 52 years old, and I had told that I will be retiring in 60. So I wanted a corpus to be built, uh, which should take me up to at least 85 thereafter.
Okay.
Even after 60, certain things have changed, and I still haven't touched the corpus that has been built up or that is being built up. So basically, for the last about 11 years now, my corpus is being built up.
Okay.
In these 11 years, we have had 2 years of COVID years, one very bad year and one slightly less bad year.
Mhm.
Now, with this background, my question to you, ma'am, is what is the sort of XIRR I should have got?
See, I don't know about as of today, 10 years is giving around 7.5 for the benchmark, but you should get it. I don't know your portfolio, how much is the debt and equity. On an average, if somebody is doing, it should be 10 to 12%, you should have an XIRR. At least mine, for 26 years, I have 13.5. I normally believe 12 to 14 is a
The
good
reason
option.
why I wanted to bring it up, madam, I mean, my next communication will be a call to you directly. My
Okay.
XIRR today is at about 7.8%,
So
which I thought was pathetic.
you just let me know who is your person. I will just see your portfolio, how much is the debt coming in there. And then we will just see as I showed you in Excel, the easiest way is to do the debt and equity. What is a weighted average? Okay. And we can see the weighted average with the benchmark and we'll see how best we can just see about it.
Fine. I will contact you directly thereafter.
Perfectly. So, Sanjay, can you give me my number and email ID in the things? Anybody wants, they will. And Kunal, otherwise, I will only get back to you.
Sure.
Yeah, that
sure.
will be good.
Okay. Yeah, Lakshman. I think so. Siddharth, you can give first.
Sure. Yes, Mr.
Yeah,
Siddharth.
Siddharth. You can unmute and speak with us, Siddharth.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, is I'm audible?
Yes, perfectly fine and clear.
Ma'am, actually, I'm 37 years old
Okay.
and my son is 8 years old.
Okay.
I do have funds actually in mutual fund actually.
Okay.
So in that case, shall we go for a child plan? Specific child plan are there actually, which are having a lock-in till 18 years, like HDFC Children Plan or maybe SBI. Or shall we do the normal plan only? Number first, Minika ma'am. Number second, actually, I'm a very much conservative investor. I was before COVID. Right now, I started coming in the equities. Before, I used to be only in liquid, like liquid
FDs
fund ho gaya, ya saving fund ho gaya, ya FDs ho gayi. Now I started actually, but I missed that 2020 जिसको बोलते हैं ना, वो नीचे का प्लस वो ऊपर का जो मतलब गेन
जब
था.
से शुरू किया ना तब से वहीं से लाइन बन जाती है. तुम इक्विटी अभी डालो 3-4-5 साल में बहुत अच्छा मिलेगा. डोंट वरी.
So, madam, what should be my prospectus? How much should be debt and how much should be equity?
So it is 100 minus your age is equity and the rest is debt. That's the answer.
How much?
100 minus your age.
100 minus that should be
So
equity.
maybe you
And
can go 65 odd or 70 as a maximum go to equity. Yeah.
okay, and what about the this funds actually which are oriented for the children's?
This is my all-time favorite actually. Because I'll give you the both the aspect as my mother. I have my own 2 kids, as I can understand, and as a wealth manager both. Okay. I have been doing investment of HDFC Child Gift Fund from the day when they have born.
Yes,
I've been
ma'am.
doing an SIP for, if I'm not wrong, 5 to 10K or 20K. Okay. And that fund is amazing. I love that fund like anything. As you say, it is good thing is because they have come first time that it is a people goals oriented. It's like a kids education. You can do that for any kids plans. Normally, you should take care of one small insurance which will take care of a waiver of income, because doesn't take care of a waiver. Okay, that's the reason. And 75% of the money should invest in these kind of bonds, mutual fund, which is like HDFC Good Child Gift Fund or SBI. But recently, the reason I like it, I'm saying it because it is very clear. It is done for kids. Even time of emergency, I cannot touch it because it's lock-in. And I am very safe in my mind. If something happens to me, at least financially, their education is taken care of. Okay. But I'll tell you why last 3-4 years, the things has changed. When I tell to my customer, why don't you do this? They do have an option of lock-in of 4 years, 8 years, or 18 years. You can choose, there's no doubt. I have chosen 18 years for my kids. But a lot of time people says, Rachna, the only problem with those funds are the fund money goes to the kids account, not ours after 18. Okay. And in case if kids, whatever friend circle is not good and they don't give the money for their own education or whatever, how I will manage?
Yes, ma'am.
That is the one negative. I'm saying from a perspective of the parents. I'm not saying that fund is bad, but that is a fact that money will go to the kids because after 18, they are major. You have to change the PAN and the money will go to their account.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So I was very clear. I said that much I can bet on my upbringing. They will give for their education. So I'm okay. Okay. But sometimes they says, no, Rachna, at least in case of emergency, I can't take it. That's a one point. And the money goes to them. So people are being not so positive about that fund. I am so positive because that is a balanced fund and it is beating the large cap fund. And being a balanced fund, why it is beating the large cap fund? Because it's a lock-in fund. It's a simple formula as it. Okay. So you can choose that also at 4 years or 8 years lock-in if you want. I will always recommend, but I'm telling you, these two are the negative. You can't redeem because it's a lock-in and the money will go to the kid. Okay.
That's a good thing, Menika ma'am. That's a very
okay. I answered your query.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So we can have SR Mehndi, Sanjay. Thank you. Thank you, Sundar.
Sure.
Hi. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Hello.
Yeah, I am a retired person.
Yes.
And during my course of job, company has some pension plan, and then that they have invested in LIC, and I am getting a regular money.
Very nice.
That taken care of. My issue is about my daughter. And some other money I had, which I have done basically index investing.
Okay, that's good.
So reasonable good amount, 13-14% I have got. So I'm
very
happy.
Nice.
My only question is that my daughter is working in Germany.
Okay.
And she is getting some money. So she wants to invest and been asking me what to do. So some small amounts you put in fixed deposit in India in NRE, which is tax-free. And other account like me, she has also done some index investing, which she has got some reasonable rate. Now she is saying that, can I invest abroad or shall I? That is the issue for her.
So see, European in Germany and all, they don't have much issues like a FATCA compliance or tax related issues quite high, which is US and UK have it. Lot of time people are been doing, I have a lot of customer because being in fee, Germany is a very high account. So I have a lot of friends there. They have been doing regularly SIPs. They have been doing directly in a mutual fund. But of course, if she is not taking a risk-oriented FDs of NREs or NRI or NREs, whatever, is being tax-free, so she can continue that. Otherwise, you have to just do the KYC for an NRI and invest in a mutual fund.
And that she's doing. She's investing in basically same index investing.
Yeah.
She's happy. But she's saying whether she can invest.
But sometimes this is the another analysis I've done. I'll do it one more session. It is like if you see that passive funds being an index fund is not beating index fund. Okay. So it is okay if you wanted to go ahead with any of the benchmark funds, and you do it in a large cap fund also is a good idea instead of passive fund when they themselves is not beating the benchmark, when they are replicating the benchmark.
Okay. For the Germany thing and all abroad, how to do about it? She is looking for some advice.
Yeah. So I'll ask Sanjay, maybe somebody, because in our office we have so many people, it's just nowadays online, they do it. NRI KYC is the only one thing, it takes long time because they have a physical signature, but everything investments is online, so they will be able to help them.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you. Have a
Thank
nice
you.
day, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll take the last Sanjay with the Sanjeev.
Sure, ma'am.
I think so Lakshman is there, so maybe Lakshman and Sanjeev will be the last one. Yeah. Yeah, Sanjeev.
Good afternoon, madam. I am recently retired from my service at the age of 62 years and got about 50 plus lakhs as a retirement fund from the EPF and other proceeds. So where do I invest to get about 30 to 40,000? And I am getting other funds also, retirement funds also. So which is the best fund for the investment to get the regular income as a pension, I can say?
Yeah, so as I told you, depending on how much your fixed income is coming. So if it is coming as a fixed pension already, then you can take a little exposure of hybrid funds and other things. Otherwise, your immediate pensions are one of them. Your deferred pension is also there. Depending on what is your in a tax bracket, they are the good, because that they take care of till your life cover. Means it's till 99. Otherwise,
Can you suggest any fund in which I can invest right now?
any
Because
immediate pension plans, you have a Tata, you have a Max Life, they have a tax-free option also, they have a taxable option also.